Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. So I've changed the name of my channel from Love It or More to Robyn Channeler, or Robyn Sane rather. So it was advised to me by a publisher, and so I've also done the same thing with my website. So for those of you who've been to my website loveitormore.com, it's now robynsane.com if you're interested. Sorry, my phone is, I'll put it on silent, there we go. Douche. Alright. So this is your weekly peek into the week of July the 29th to August the 4th. I am recording this on the Thursday before, okay, so this is next week. But depends obviously when you're watching it. It's going to be quite brief, but it's going to look at your, the highlights of the week, what's working in your favour, the challenge, the obstacle, the outcome. We'll get some advice from Spirit as well, okay. I will lay out the cards first. I'll tell you the theme of the week first, and then I'll lay out the cards and clarify them before I show you and talk through them all, just so you're aware. Okay. Aries, your theme for the week is love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now this would typically be the Lovers card, okay? It's a Colin Baron Reid card. We've got the line there, so it's all very reminiscent of Leo and taming your inner beast. Love is about oneness, it's about interconnectedness, it's about connection to all and understanding that. And so I feel like you're feeling that on multiple levels, and with love, it's about harnessing both the good and bad, right? In people, in yourself, in your environment. And it's because we've got these two pillars there that represent duality, okay? So this is a thing that you're exploring. How can you love even when something may be appearing unlovable, yeah? Also, the Lovers card typically talks about a choice, so maybe there's something that needs to be decided upon for you this week. So we'll see how it plays out in your reading. Now I'm using my deck. My deck isn't currently for sale because the print quality was rubbish with the company I use. So I'm getting a different company to do it, and as soon as it's available for purchase, I will let you know in case you're interested. There's 78 oil paintings I did over the course of 2 years, so I'm quite proud. So let us see, we'll get you across a truth. As I said before, I'll lay it all out first before I will talk through it all. Aries, Aries. Okay. Base, we've got the World, Desire, we've got the Page of Wands, what's working in your favour, Ten of Wands, what's working as a challenge, Page of Swords, and the outcome is the Chariot. Ooh, okay. I'm going to clarify this and then I'll talk through it all. I'm getting that, there's that saying, that expression, I've got no water energy here, but I'll say it anyway, that expression, you know with that expression, waiting for your ships to come in? And if your ships don't come in, swim out to get it. That's kind of what I'm getting from this so far. I'll explain why in a moment. Let me just quickly clarify. Okay, under the World card we have Nine of Swords. Under the Page of Wands we've got the Six of Cups. Under the Ten of Wands we've got the Fool. Under the Page of Swords we've got the Page of Pentacles. Under the Chariot we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so when I was talking about kind of if your ships don't come in, swim out to get it, I see you over this week really taking charge. So we've got some things that are happening in the beginning of the week. I've done quite a few readings for next week. Definitely some global stuff going on, collective stuff going on that is going to be impacting everybody, I feel, and people are going to be behaving and reacting in different ways. Start the week off with the World card and the Nine of Swords. So something has completed, a particular cycle of living has completed. And while the World card is usually a card that we should celebrate, and sometimes it even talks about world travel, it's a moment where we've learned everything we can learn about a particular chapter of life that we are in now, right? We go through seasons in life, and this is a particular season that has now come to an end. And the beauty of that is that within that chapter, you've learned everything you could possibly learn within that. So you've completed a major task. You've like graduated to the next level. But sometimes within graduation, people can feel, oh, like say you've graduated college or university or whatever, And now you're like, okay, now I need to go out to the big bad world or the big wide world, and I don't know where to begin. I'm a bit nervous and worried. The Nine of Swords is reflective of that. Now she is protected because she does have a blanket over her that represents protection. She is protected, but she's having these kind of thoughts in the middle of the night of worrying, concern, and anxiety. Okay, it is a 9, so 9s represent endings. So it's like, it could be that there have been anxieties that you have had which are now completed, or the completion is now setting forth this idea of like, okay, well, what next? I do feel though that it's going to be a bit short-lived. Okay, so if you're feeling a little bit worried about something that's kind of keeping up at night, something that's like just niggling at you, like what does life look like now, right? I do feel like you're taking the rein, well, you're definitely taking the reins by the end of the week, okay? So it'll be short-lived. So just work through that energy, just settle into that energy, allow it to move through the body. It's just natural, particularly if it's global events. The desire here is a Page of Wands and the Six of Cups, okay? The feeling I'm sort of kind of getting from this, and it's really weird, but I'm going to say it anyway. The feeling I'm getting with this is that there's a desire to be rescued to some degree. The page, particularly if you're feeling a little bit anxious, it's like, oh, can someone just help me out here, right? Out of this rut, or out of this. A Page of Wands is like a comet. It's like news coming in fast. So I did this deck, as you know. I used a comet because I thought that was very, very lucky. Historically, symbolically though, it was representative of back in the Atlantean times when comets were actually signs of not so good things. But because I painted this and it was my energy that's infused in this deck, it's like seeing a shooting star. It's as special as that, but a comet is like even bigger. So there is that desire of like a helping hand coming in, and Six of Cups is relative of the past, that nostalgic energy, that childlike energy. It's like being picked up and lifted up out of a difficult situation. So there is a desire to be feeling looked after to some degree, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, yes, we are adults for the most part who watch these readings. We're adults, we are responsible for ourselves. We have to take responsibility for our mindset, for our spirituality, all of those things, because if we don't, then it's just gonna, bite us in the bum. So there are, we do need to take responsibility as adults, but there's nothing wrong with wanting a little assistance, right? There's nothing wrong with seeking and getting help to help you lift yourself out of a serious, heavy energy into a more light-hearted, upliftment, looking towards a future, positivity energy. Now, what's working in your favor is that thing that's completed, because we've got another ending card combined with the Fool card. Now, in tarot, just so that you're aware, the major arcanas are like predestined currents of energy that is like, it follows a route, a cycle, okay? The beginning of that is a Fool, the end of that is the World. You've started off with finishing one. What's working in your favor is the Fool, but this card is actually clarifying the Ten of Wands. So this week is still, the positive side is that you're very close to the end. You've got that final stretch to do. You see that guy is knackered. He's having a little rest before he does his final trip across the bridge to the other side where he can bring home the harvest. So it's been a heavy burden, a little bit more of that, but don't worry, because the other side is just around the corner. The Fool card represents the new chapter in our life, the venture, the taking a leap of faith. Okay, and that's what's showing up as a positive side of this week. Okay, you're seeing things close off in your reality, and what it's doing, it's preparing that new cycle for you. There is a challenge, as there are with all of us. Okay, we've got the Page of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, we've got quite a few of like children cards coming up now as well, so there might be a concern to some degree about kids. But we've got news coming in. If we're not looking at children here, because my pages are generally children, we're talking about maybe there might be a bit of a challenge of delays to do with finances. Okay, so where it could be changes, and with sword energy, governs the mind, the intellect, communications and technology. All right, so there could be changes in our global technology as well, like we had recently with the outage. And it could have an impact on your finances, which could cause a bit of a challenge. I'm not getting anything else with that. If it's regarding children, there may just be a little bit of concern of, if I close up one cycle and I'm about to start with another one, how does that impact the young people? Okay, so there is that. Now the outcome is super, super, super strong, Aries. We've got the Chariot and the King of Pentacles. This is why I was saying that while you might be feeling a little bit like by the beginning of the week, you may have the desire for someone to help out and rescue you, but not in like a damsel in distress way, or like a, we all need help, right? But I feel that by the end of the week, you're taking the bull by the horns and you're doing it yourself, right? Because we've got the Chariot with the King of Pentacles. So the Chariot ups and goes, leaves what the old paradigm behind them, embraces their value systems, whether it's good or bad, charges forward with victory. The King of Pentacles represents someone who is very, who's concerned about the future, long-term security, stability, usually is about like a business owner, that sort of thing, and knows how to practically apply himself with hard-working ethics in a very solid materialistic way in order to get the results. So I feel like you're absolutely taking charge, and it ties in with that love card because you're starting to see the connectedness of it all and understanding that if you move forward in something, you can make a long-term result from it. So the King of Pentacles is a lovely energy to be ending the week off in, because it means that you're finding very practical tools, methods that will go the distance, okay? And you're doing it yourself, right? And it's with victory. So we do have a big change happening in the course of the week for you. So Aries, we're going to end this reading off with a oracle card. This is from my Starseed deck. Get some advice from Spirit, what you need to know for this week. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Remember I was talking about Atlantean times? Well, it looks like that could be Atlantis as well, because it looks like a civilization underwater. I'll just wait till I'm properly... Okay. So, there is definitely... whatever's happening this week, right, whether it's global, individual, generally both, you may be experiencing hints, you may be experiencing kind of like deja vus, premonitions, or like energy surges that kind of feel familiar, like you've done this before, you've been here before. These sorts of things typically happen during paradigm shifts, particularly as we are going, humanity is going through this global shift of consciousness. And with those deja vus, those premonitions, those kind of familiarities that you do have, it does kind of have this awakening of, oh, more gifts within yourself that you had forgotten about or overlooked or wasn't aware and wasn't activated. And memories do tend to activate these other spiritual gifts that we do have. So you're going to be feeling, I would imagine, more in tune with your soul as a result of the shifting changes that are happening during the week. It's a funny old week next week. I'm excited to find out, and also a little bit like, oh, because I've only got 2 more readings to do, and all of the other ones I've done are suggesting big changes. So for some of you may be resonant or familiar with this Atlantean or Lemuria kind of energy, where things reached a certain point, climax in civilization before something shifted and changed. And so you may be getting all of these sorts of intuitive hits during the week. If you do, please comment on this video like later. I'd be dying to know. But with those memories comes your gifts, right? Awakens your gifts of more that you can create and manifest within your world and reality. So it is quite exciting as well. So Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. If you're new to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's totally free to subscribe, of course. If you're interested in a personal reading or channeling, check out my website, robynstain.com. Have an interesting week, and I'll see you next time. Take care.